Far from the eyes of the world lies a city buried for thousands of years, a city forgotten by time until the earth itself revealed its bones.
Here, streets ran like clockwork. Water flowed through hidden drains. Bricks, identical in size, baked with precision, as if built not by the ancients, but by engineers of today.
They left behind no armies, no empires, no chronicles, only statues of kings, dancers frozen in bronze, and a script carved in stone that still defies every mind on earth. Then one day, they were gone. No war, no fire, no trace. Only empty homes and silence.
Who were they? How did they build a city centuries ahead of its time? And why did it all vanish into dust?
In 1922, archaeologists stumbled upon something that defied all logic. Beneath layers of earth lay a city, not of mud or stone, but of precision-baked bricks.
These bricks weren't random. Each one was uniform, standardized, as if mass-produced in a factory. But this was nearly 5,000 years ago, when the rest of the world was still learning to farm.
This was no scattered village. This was a city of order. Streets ran in straight lines. Houses stood in neat rows. A blueprint of urban life, centuries before Rome, Athens, or Babylon.
Even more impossible, every home was connected to a hidden drainage system. Waste carried away beneath the streets, clean water flowing in, dirty water flowing out. An engineering marvel in an age when much of the world had none.
But who built this? How did they know the science of bricks and drains? And why did they leave behind no kings, no temples, no monuments to their power?
All that remains are the bricks, bricks that should not exist. And yet here they are, whispering secrets of a people lost to time.
Every great civilization of the ancient world left its rulers carved in stone, kings, generals, gods. But here, in this city, there are none. No palaces, no temples, no monuments to power. Traders measuring grain, women grinding spices in sunlit courtyards, children laughing, their clay toys rolling across the streets. This was a city built for people, not for kings. In the marketplace, beads of carnelian and lapis lazuli sparkled. These people traded with lands as distant as Mesopotamia. But still, no names, no dynasties, no rulers recorded. Grain was stored in massive warehouses, enough to feed thousands. A sign of planning, of order. But who directed this system? The faces of Mohenjo-daro were not carved in marble, but seen in daily life. A mother adjusting her daughter's bangles. A bearded craftsman shaping beads. A farmer returning home at dusk. Someone must have planned these streets, these drains, these granaries. But who were they? Was this the first true city of the people? At the very heart of Mohenjo-daro stood its most remarkable structure, a great tank of brick, nearly 12 meters long and 7 meters wide. This was the Great Bath, the oldest public water tank.
The tank was lined with perfectly fitted baked bricks, sealed with natural tar to hold water tight. Steps descended into its depths from both sides, inviting the people of the city to enter.
Here, people gathered not only to cleanse their bodies, but to share a moment of community. Perhaps it was ritual, perhaps simple hygiene, but for the people of this city, water was life, and water was shared. Rooms surrounded the bath, where gatherings may have taken place. Leaders met, merchants discussed trade, families rested in the shade. It was more than stone and water. It was a center of community. To this day, the Great Bath remains one of the most iconic symbols of Mohenjo-daro, a monument not to kings or war, but to the shared life of a people, a place where water, community, and tradition flowed together 5,000 years ago. In Mohenjo-daro, the people left behind hundreds of carved seals. Made from smooth stone,
These seals carried images of animals, bulls, elephants, and creatures both real and imagined. Each seal carried symbols that were carefully pressed into clay.
These seals were more than art. They marked goods for trade, showed ownership, and may have even carried the names of families or merchants. They were the signatures of a civilization.
The symbols carved upon them formed a script, a way to record and to communicate. It was part of daily life, seen in homes, in trade, and in workshops across the city.
Every seal was also a work of art. The lines were precise, the animals full of life. They reflect the people who valued both function and beauty.
Thousands of years later, these seals remain among the finest treasures of Mohenjo-daro. They are the voices of its people, craftsmen, traders, families, still speaking to us through stone. She is small, barely 4 inches tall, but she stands with the confidence of a queen. We call her the dancing girl. Bronze, shaped by fire. Bangles up her arm. A spirit of grace and strength. Another face survived, a man in carved stone, calm, thoughtful, dignified, the priest-king.
These figures are not myths. They are faces from a world 5,000 years ago, still watching us today.
Then the voices fell silent. The streets of Mohenjo-daro grew empty. Some say the great river changed its course. The lifeline of the city slipped away. Others speak of floods or long years of drought, nature turning against the city it once fed. One by one, the people left. The houses stood empty. The workshops grew cold. And so Mohenjo-daro vanished, not by war, not by fire, but by time, water, and silence.